Welcome to today's episode of Big Beautiful Badasses. I am so excited to have Nia Kimbrough on with me today. She is a style coach, and we are going to talk about plus size fashion, what it's like to work in that industry, some of the issues that plus size women come across with fashion, and in other areas of life as well. So make sure to buckle in, grab your favorite beverage, and let's have fun. But before we get started, you guys, if you like what I'm doing, if you want to support what I'm doing, please go over to buymeacoffee.com/, this fat girl life. You guys already know I live on coffee. That's how I survive. That's what keeps me out of jail, y'all. Coffee is life. And by supporting this, you are helping to get this message out there. Just by becoming a member or a follower there, you get access to inside information. You're going to find out guest information before other people do. You're going to find out some upcoming events before anybody else because that's usually where I post. So go over there, become a follower, and if you decide to become a member, as a member, you get free journals. My guided journals are both uploaded on there, and that is free for you as a member. And membership literally is $5 a month. You cannot buy a cup of coffee at Starbucks for that. It's cheaper than Starbucks and it's better. So buymeacoffee.com/, this fat girl life. Naya, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Now, before we jump in, why don't you tell everybody just a little bit about yourself?
So, hey everybody, my name is Nia, like she said, and I am a confidence stylist, is what I call myself. Style coach for plus size women who are ready to revamp their style, reclaim their confidence. And I started this from my own personal journey of just trying to get back to who I am as a woman. I'm a mother. I have businesses, and I'm like my priorities shifted, and I could tell, and I really believe, as you feel good, you look good, you look good, you feel good. So that is like full circle, and that's what I'm trying to help other women achieve.
And I completely agree with that. I think, unfortunately, so often our worth, our confidence, our self esteem, all built into appearance.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we are struggling with that, especially as plus size women, it really kind of knocks us down. So being able to work with somebody, there's no shame in that. We work with therapists for our mental health. We work with life coaches, to get ourselves on track. So why not have a style coach who can help build our confidence up in that area? So as a style coach, what do you do?
So we can do several things. We can do a closet audit to help you go through your closet and get rid of items that no longer serve you. Like, why keep them? Learn how to remix the outfits you do have. Figure out where the holes are in your closet and get you some new items in there. I also take the guesswork out of finding new clothes. So I have a monthly membership. If you want to just pay me a little bit of money, I'll do the research for you in accordance to your body type, your style, your preference, and I'll find you outfits. And it's a time saver and a money saver because whether you buy them or not, I'm still doing the work for you. You're not spending money or wasting money on a subscription box that's being sent to you. What styles you probably don't like or that don't fit properly, and you don't have time to send it back. So that's what I offer right now.
Well, and I'm just the time saving because being in a much larger body, I can't walk into Walmart or Target or J.C. Penney and just buy something off the rack. They sometimes carry my size, but not always. So
Yeah.
I do order a lot of my clothing from Amazon, Catherine's, Romans, etc.
Mm-hmm.
So, and especially on Amazon, we have a lot of the issue of the sizing chart. If it is US, if it is UK, if it is China, wherever. And that is time consuming. Last summer, I went looking for a swimsuit. And to find the right size in the sizing chart, it was hours upon hours.
Hmm.
And it really kind of got me questioning, is it worth it? And so I get to a point where, like, if I find a shirt that I know fits me well,
Right.
that I like how it looks, I buy it in like five different
Same.
colors
Hmm.
just so I don't have to go through the hassle of finding something else that'll work. So that
Hmm.
is a huge time saver. Now, working in with fashion, where are you noticing a lot of discrepancies as far as finding the right sizes?
Yeah, that happens a lot, and I always encourage my clients to shop at the places that cater to plus size women. I know often it's easy and it's trendy to go to places like Fashion Nova where they carry larger sizes, but that is not their core or target audience. So sometimes they'll just make the clothes wider, or they have women on there that do not represent the entire plus size community. Sometimes it's Photoshop, or it's manufactured bodies. So um, definitely shop at those places that geared to plus size women. You'll find a way better fit. You'll find better quality. So I know we want the trendy thing sometime, which piece here and there, that's cool. But for the quality and for the standards you're looking for, definitely go towards those places, like you said, Catherine's or Ashley Stewart, Fashion or Figure. These places that cater to plus size women.
I love that. Now, I know you said that this kind of started based off your own personal journey. Can you elaborate on that?
So years ago, I used to be a retail manager at Ashley Stewart, which is plus size women. I got away from that job, and I have a 3-year old son. And actually, after having him, um, I weighed more than I did when I was pregnant, and I gained weight. My health, declined a little bit. So I'm gearing back up, and I'm getting back to it. I'm sure I'm going. I've been plus size for as long as I can remember. That's not going to change, but I know I can do better. So I'm working with a nutritionist, and I'm just getting back to making myself a priority. So that's definitely the most thinking. Like I look back on my vision board for 2021, and I said I wanted to be a better mom. I said I wanted to have more confidence, and those were two of the biggest things that stuck out to me. And I was like, well, I didn't really achieve the confidence part, so I'm just working on it. It's a muscle you have to flex. You have to use it. It doesn't just everybody doesn't just have it, and even if you do have it, you still have to work at it. So it's a
Hmm.
small steps every day. Um, it's only February. I've gotten my hair done. I don't know how many times now, where like years ago or even just last year, I barely would get my hair done. So just pampering yourself, treating yourself, and whether you decide it's a luxury or a necessity for you, you deserve it at the end of the day. So yeah,
Girl,
just
I'm
get
I'm
back.
feeling under attack now. I'm
Oh
looking at all this gray and I'm like,
no! Hey,
dang, we just going in. But I get it because these
cute. That's
nails,
cute.
these nails, my nails and my toes always match.
Okay.
That is, that's my self care.
Mm-hmm.
Is going with my husband. I got him to start doing them now too because when first time I mentioned it, he's like, no, and then he got a pedicure.
Mm-hmm. Changed his life, didn't it?
It did. It did. He's like, "Where's this been all my life? Why have I not done this?" So, I that's my area is those
Mm-hmm.
toes and these nails. They're always on point to the point of even during like the height of the pandemic when everything was shut down.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, Amazon was my friend. I was buying those nails and gluing them on.
Mm-hmm.
Anything I can do. But yeah,
Yeah,
this
you
hair
have to
needs to
find. Yeah,
happen.
you have to find that one thing and just start there. Everybody has something. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, and one thing that we commented on, or well, you kind of commented on, I kind of chimed in on, is that finding the place that caters to plus size women. And I think the hardest part of that is in huge met. metro cities, you have that.
Mm-hmm.
I live in Colorado Springs, which is not super tiny,
Mm-hmm.
but we have a Lane Bryant store, one. We have Maurice's, but that's really not plus
Mm-hmm.
size specific. Same with Torrid. Yes, they carry some extended sizes, but it doesn't cater to plus size. And then
Mm-hmm.
we have a consignment shop called Full Figure Resale.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. We don't have all of that. And I think that's where it becomes super hard is when you don't have access to it
Mm-hmm.
and then you have to do the online shopping
Mm-hmm.
because it's such a pain in the butt. We're not taught how to properly get our measurements. So is that something that you walk people through as well?
Yes, take your measurements, find your favorite pieces in your closet that fit the way you like them. Take note of that material, take note of the measurements of that garment, and use that as a reference when you're shopping online. And like you said, if you don't have access to it, or maybe you don't know, I am an avid researcher, so I'm compiling a list of stores, boutiques that have different things, different items, different pieces, so you don't have to look like everybody else. Um, but that fits for you. I was helping a lady previously that she has foot problems, like most of us do. There's stores out there that have heels and sandals for people with foot problems or back problems. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I do. So I'm finding everything. I'm finding these resources for you, and yeah, I definitely understand.
So I know we've kind of talked about, the fashion industry itself. Where else are you seeing, where you're at? Where else do you see that struggle with, being able to cater to larger bodies?
It's getting better. I definitely remember going to like a movie theater and they had the old outdated seats. I'm like, Lord, I can't.
Oh,
This is so uncomfortable. So yeah, it's
girl, I
definitely.
got a story about that.
Mm-hmm.
When I was pregnant with my daughter, and this is 23 years ago. So I was smaller. I, was at the end of pregnancy. So of course, at the end of pregnancy, everything kind of widens anyways. I literally got stuck in the movie chair seat,
Oh no.
humiliated beyond belief. And I'm already hormonal. So I made my sisters, because they went with me to this movie. I literally made them sit and wait with me to help me get out of the seat.
Mm-hmm.
That for a plus size woman is humiliating.
Mm-hmm.
That's right up there with breaking a chair.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I hate that. I think, it's experiences like that that kind of really pushed me to get to where I am today because things need to change.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And, even kind of going back to fashion, one thing that I see in a lot of the stores that just, kind of touch on those extended sizes. Girl, those are clear in the back in a
Mm-hmm.
dusty corner where you can't hardly get to it anyways. So
Mm-hmm.
you're like brushing clothes on other racks trying to get to it. But I have noticed, like in the full figure resale shop that we have, they do have wider spacing.
That's good. Yeah.
They accommodate that,
Mm-hmm.
and I wish more stores did.
Yeah. That is. You would think they would think about things like that. Something so simple can make a big difference in somebody's shopping experience. So
Hmm.
yeah, that's crazy.
So, what is your favorite part about being a style coach and helping women find clothing that's going to fit?
Just to hear that I help somebody, it's like still a little crazy to me because it's like for me, sometimes things come easy. So it's like you would think everybody doesn't know everything, obviously, and I don't know everything. But just to say this was a big help, just for me to spend that little bit of time just finding something that's gonna work for them, giving them tips. It's just it's very rewarding, and I'm just grateful that people like want my help and appreciate the time I spend with them.
What's the hardest part?
The hardest part is probably trying to ensure them that they're worth it. Um, you can have the style you want, that you do not have to only wear black. Um, you can wear colors. You can wear whatever you want. You just have to figure out your body type and what is going to flatter you. Um, so that can be difficult sometimes. But yeah, just that mindset, just realizing that you deserve to look good if you want to look good. I recall myself even when I was younger, like I felt weird trying to. I felt like I wasn't supposed to try to be sexy or be cute. I don't know where that came from, but it's not there no more. So I'm trying to do the
I
same for
think
other
that
people. Like, yeah.
I think that comes from a mindset that gets programmed into us.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even think it's necessarily intentional from our family and friends, but media especially has programmed this mindset in us that we are not deserving of being able to have fun fashion, being able to look good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I remember growing up, one, you didn't hardly have any plus size women on TV. It just did not happen. When you did see a plus size person on TV, they were wearing clothes that looked like the material off of a couch in the 60s or moo.
Mm-hmm.
I am 46 years old. I don't want to wear a moo. I want to wear something comfortable. And this is just me talking about, my style. I'm all about comfort. I'm a creature of
Mm-hmm.
comfort. I want to be comfortable. I do not want something that is going to make me feel like I cannot breathe. I
Mm-hmm.
do not want something that I have to go through 50 million steps to put it on. Comfort is my life, especially right now with everything that I've dealt with. I
Mm-hmm.
just want to be comfortable and be able to reduce some of my stress and relax.
Mm-hmm.
And clothing does play a big part in that because if I am constantly worried about, how something looks or, all of that crap, then it's just not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that mindset gets programmed into us that we're just not deserving. And it's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
It is utter and complete bullshit. I'll get off my soapbox. That's what this podcast is. It's my soapbox.
Hey, you right.
And I am so grateful that we have people like you, people like um, Mallory Dunn, like Saucy West, that are making a voice to try to affect change, and especially in the fashion industry, because it needs to change. It really does.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why even like I have a merchandise line for my business. And one of the things that I was very specific about was I wanted extended sizing. And I was able to find a company that, yes, some of it only goes up to like a 2, 3X, but the primary basic t shirt goes all the way up to a 5.
Mm-hmm.
And every design is available in that 5X.
Mm-hmm.
That was important
Mm-hmm.
because I wanted to be able to include larger bodies.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is your goal going forward?
Whew, I have a lot of goals. Um, I definitely want my own accessory line for plus size women. You know, bracelets and necklaces and things that fit. That is
Girl.
one of my immediate goals. Um, I already have a business called Karma Shades where these glasses are from, sunglasses, and our motto is come see yourself for who you really are. So you want to be sexy that day, you want to like a teacher that day, you know, you want to just hide a little bit that day, like come
And what
get
are those called?
my website is Karma Shades, like Karma, like Karma Shades. So yeah, and down the line, eventually, I would love to have a sacred space for plus size women to come and get their, you know, self care. Come get your hair done, come get your nails done. Have a membership to where you can come and take classes. It could be fun things, it could be motivational things, but just like an inclusive club for plus size women. They can come with their friends, their family, and get all the services that they need. So that's further down the line, but that's one of my ultimate goals.
I love that. I absolutely love that. And I'm gonna kind of throw this out there. I saw a thing on Instagram with National Plus Guide, and they were talking about an event they're having down in Gainesville, Florida. And I started thinking about, like, they have CurvyCon, they have stuff like that, but they're not. They need. I feel like we need to have more of those events where we can have vendors come in that
Mm-hmm.
are catering to plus size women. And so I don't know how it's going to look, but that has become one of my goals, is to create something like that in the state where I live. I can't necessarily do it in other states right now, but I would love to do that here in Colorado because we don't have that. I've
Mm-hmm.
never seen anything like that here.
Yeah,
And what state are you in, hun?
I'm in Cincinnati, and I
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, Ohio. So I, if there's something like that here, I'm not aware of it.
And I think that we need that though. As a community, we need to have things like that. For the areas that are able to have it, it's a wonderful experience. I mean, yes, there are some cons that go with it. You're going to
Hmm.
have that with any event.
Right.
But I would love to be able to do something like that. So maybe you and I need to partner to try to get some stuff like that, going.
Sound good to
Create
me.
something.
Hmm.
So I'm going to reach out to you later about that. Um,
Okay.
going to keep that on a back burner, but know that I'm going to be coming to you. Well, I want to thank you again for being on, for talking to me. I think, pointing out some of this stuff is really good for our community. I do have one for you, and I ask these types of questions of every guest. If you could go back and talk to your previous self, the girl, woman who was struggling with accepting herself in the body she was in, what would you say?
Love yourself now. It's not as bad as you think it is. We all have those where we was like, I thought I was fat back then. So it's like definitely appreciate your beauty now. Cause it's so weird that it's like I really feel like I went from like an ugly duckling to like a social butterfly to a mama bear, and I'm just like, and I kind of look like her when I wake up. So
Girl.
I want to get back to the. I'm trying to get back to the butterfly. She was cute. So
Yeah, as we age, that morning cuteness does go away. Not even gonna lie. But you can take the time to make yourself feel cute.
yes. Mm-hmm.
So get up with that mama bear look and invest in yourself.
Yep. Yep.
Well, I want to thank you again so much for coming on, for being on here with me. You guys, I will be back next week with another episode, another amazing guest. Make sure that you are going over to buymeacoffee.com/, this fat girl life. That way you can find out who's coming on, what I'm doing. Make sure to go to my website, thisfatgirllife.com. You can sign up to receive my newsletter where I'm working on getting that all set up for everybody to get a weekly newsletter of what's being discussed, who was on the show, and all that good stuff. But you guys, thank you so much for being here today. I hope everybody has an amazing week. Enjoy the Super Bowl.
Yes, go Bengals.
I don't even know who I'm cheering for. My boys didn't make it, so we'll talk to you guys next week. I hope everybody has an amazing day.